my name's Connie and I'm one of the teaching artists at Resource Depot. And today we are going to upcycle a project from cardboard and we're going to make cactus. Did you know there's over 2,000 types of cacti? Many of them live in dry places such as the desert, and they can live in ranges anywhere from 10 to 200 years. We're going to make our cactus today out of cardboard. Cardboard originally comes from trees, and you can find a box at home that no one's using and cut it up, and that's what we're going to use. You're done to recycle them, which is very important, and they go in the yellow bin. Unless it's a pizza box, which I know is also made from cardboard, but because of the oils and the food, we just have to throw those in the trash. So let's get started. The materials we're going to need today is cardboard, a marker, scissors, some paint and a paintbrush, glue, and then some pom-poms. And if you don't have little pom-poms, you could use tissue paper. You could just tear off some and make your own little flowers, or beads, or anything else around the house that you can find to make a pretty flower out of. Okay, so let's get started. So once you find the shape you like for your cactus, or the ones that I made, it's really easy. You just you don't need a pattern. You just make like a oblong circle, and you want to make different sizes. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to cut it out anyway. And I would say you probably want to make all the different sizes, maybe about 6 or 7 pieces all together. You can make the small ones, a couple of large ones, and then some medium size. And then also, you want to make a base. You need 2 pieces that are the same to cut out to stick your cactus on. So I kind of made mine at a little angle because you want it to stand up. And then you can cut that out and trace it to make another one, so you have 2 that are the same. It depends on how thick your cardboard is. You might need an adult to help you with this. If they need to, they can get a box cutter and maybe start it, but usually you can just use scissors. So we're going to cut those out. And again, don't worry about making it perfect. If you've ever seen a cactus, and they have all their little spikes and spines on them, they're not perfectly round anyway. Now that you have your pieces all cut out, we're going to paint them. So I'm going to set these over here. Now, as far as the paint, you want to use green for the cactus, but it doesn't matter what shade of green. You can mix and match. You could even put a little bit of yellow in it, or a little bit of white, whatever shade you want. So go ahead and start. I'm going to make mine a little lighter. I'm going to mix mine. So when you're done, just paint one side and move on to the next piece. And then when they're dry, do the other side. Once you have both sides dry, you're gonna take a little bit of the white paint with your brush and we're gonna add the spines. So you just need to dab it in tiny little bit and then just make some lines. So now while we let that dry, like before, make sure you clean up your mess as you go along so the paint doesn't dry. So now that it's all dry, we're going to cut little slits in the bottom so that we can put them together, kind of like a puzzle. So first, you just want to cut right up the middle, just a little way like that. And when you get to the bottom, you want to make sure you cut one slit on the top, about halfway through, a little more, and then on the other piece, you're going to cut from the bottom. Same way, just a little over halfway. And now we're going to add our flowers. So you're gonna take a pom-pom, just put a little bit of glue, stick those on. I'm also going to do a little tissue paper on one, and you can just wad it up in a little ball. So now let's assemble our cactus. So you take the bottom that has the cut on the top, and then you put the one with the cut on the bottom and you put them together. Now it looks easy. And if you have some problems and they're not going in right away, you can always take and cut it a little more. And you can bend them a little bit. There we go. So you start with the base, and then it's kind of like a puzzle. You're going to just take your pieces. We'll start with the tall one and use the slit and put it over the cardboard base. So once all your pom-poms have dried and you have it all put together, there you go, your very own cactus. So that was fun, and now you guys have your own cactus. Now that you know there's over 2,000 kinds, do some research and see what kinds you like, and maybe make different shapes and create your own. We also want to give a big thank you to our funders, Primetime and Children's Service Council. Until next time, thanks, bye.